We're trying to define contagion and to what extent our markets perhaps offer a little bit more protection. You would espouse that view?
Basically, I do. Our markets, given that now going forward to the last run of the year and going into next year, we think that the main risk has now shifted from rates into currencies. We've seen weakness in Turkey, we've seen weakness in Argentina, basically in most Asian countries, but the major risk comes from the CNY. So basically we think that if CNY breaks above 7 and stays there, it's going to cause a pressure on the rest of the emerging market, which would eventually cause a flight to safety. This being said, we prefer being in the GCC because we think that the GCC would be in a better position given that the currencies are pegged, it's easier to maintain the peg, and especially where oil prices where they are.
Can I ask you, I think you've been very brave with your notes, by the way, in regards to Turkey. You say there is potential value here. You look not so much at the very short end of the curve, but the mid, 1s, 3s and 5s. Why do you think it now offers value?
We have seen a significant sell-off in Turkey. The currency has been on a free fall, followed by the credit across the board. In the short term, we think that default risk is still not an issue. Therefore, we like the sovereigns and good quality corporates. I would, however, like to say that I'd like to wait till after September 13th, so after the central bank's decision, to avoid catching a falling knife scenario.
What will the central bank do next week? 600 bips? Do you think that Erdogan's been on the tape this morning saying, look, inflation will fall. Is he looking at a different set of numbers to me and to Bloomberg?
I think he's looking at a different set of numbers to everyone in the markets, but they have to have a significant hike, otherwise the lira is going to have another leg down.
So what will we get? 500 bips, 600 bips? What do you think is deliverable by the central bank without open conflict with Erdogan?
Everything. A simple idea of a hike is rejected by him. So yes, in order to stabilize the lira, it has to be something extreme like 500 or 600 bips. But politically, would he accept it? I guess he won't have a choice.
Now, you've a couple of regional calls. Obviously, there's some news flow. We have this story. Bahrain is to sell $500 million worth of 3-year paper. It's going to be done via private placement. I think this could be the canary in the Bahrain mine to test the market. You like Bahrain. How important is it that a private placement like this gets done?
I think it will get done. Given the recent developments, oil prices where they are, the GCC support, the MB inclusion, I think the private placement will happen.
And in Oman, you're bullish there?
No. Absolutely. Yesterday, Oman announced that they will not be tapping the international capital markets this year. Plus, given one, they don't need it, and second, especially given oil where oil is now, so they really don't need it. So they are in a better position. Oman is the only country that will not benefit from MB inclusion, given that it's already there. But still, the fundamentals are supportive compared to last year.